I welcome all the TV lovers who have visited our channel. If you're looking for series to watch, you can't miss this top. That made a splash in the world of television. The Turkish film industry does not rest a single day, trying to give its viewers more diverse products. Turkish series continue to delight us with their new releases. In addition, Turkish products are known for their high quality and great attention to detail, which ensures an unforgettable viewing experience. Each of them has a unique and fascinating story with complex characters and unpredictable events. From historical dramas to romantic comedies, everyone will find something for themselves. Today's selection opens with the series Last Call Istanbul, starring Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ. The movie Last Call to Istanbul, in the genre of romantic comedy, is represented with stunning acting duo Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ and Burhan Saat, who bring a lot of fire, passion, and dizzying romance to the picture. Has no one ever wondered when and where a romantic story might begin? I'm sure many of you have wondered, and moreover, in your imagination, the most exotic places where a love story could start. The romantic story starts in a noisy and crowded airport. Saran is a self-confident girl, judicious and always used to follow her own instructions. But an unforeseen circumstance, that is, a small emergency, can happen to anyone. In New York, at the airport, as a result of a misunderstanding, Saran lost her luggage. It was mistakenly picked up by another person. Saran is confused, doesn't know what to do and where to report in such a crowded place, and she's in a hurry. Here Mehmet comes to the rescue of Saran, who is in a situation. The search for the lost luggage became a real adventure, and very romantic. Mehmet and Saran liked each other at first sight. Unknowingly, the search for the suitcase brought them very close. Did you find this series interesting? Please write in the comments. It is very important to us. Yılmaz. Cast: Murat Ünalmaz, Serkan Kayoglu, Melis Sezen. Yılmaz is a Turkish drama series about a man from a poor family. He and his family are faced with his family, which only hardens his character. He lives very modestly with his siblings. The family has to go through a difficult period in their lives, filled with tragic events. After the death of his parents, the protagonist is forced to take responsibility for his family. Despite the fact that the protagonist is surrounded by his family, he feels lonely all the time. Because of this, he fails to build relationships and create a family. But despite the difficulties, which only harden him, he meets a girl to whom he has warm feelings. He is ready to fight for his happy future and his family to the very end, and every such a bold step on the contrary begins to bring him closer to well-being. After all, they all only dream about it. Hope lives in each of the characters, and even in hopeless situations, none of them is ready to give up. The moment comes when Yılmaz finally manages to unite his family. We will be glad if you like our video and subscribe to our channel. You Will See in a Dream or Dream of You, starring Murat Borcu Özberk. Two young men are hopelessly stuck in their dreams. They fight to make their dreams come true. Engin is a businessman who values success, power, and a life of luxury. Pelin believes she needs to wait for the right person to accept her for who she is. Engin and Pelin cross paths at a party. The two, who do not remember the end of the night, find themselves in a dream in which they have been. Engin and Pelin, with different personalities, have difficulty communicating with each other. They try to find a way out of this nightmarish situation and begin to grow closer to each other. They want this dream, which they thought was a nightmare, to continue forever, but they wake up in their old lives. The love of two people who have been separated depends on whether they can turn their love into a real story. Lonely Hearts is a Turkish drama series about the main character, with whom something always happens. After losing sight of their friend after a magical evening in Cappadocia, Ada and Elman meet up again in Ankara 3 years later, but now Ada is with Teoman's cousin Mehmet. For Ada, who is crushed by her mother's pressure, and Teoman, torn between his family and his love, it's going to be a difficult period for Ada, who is crushed by her mother's pressure, and Teoman, who is torn between his family and his love. Will you watch this series? Please write in a comment. Completely Different Me. Cast: Burak Deniz, Hande Erçel. In the center of the plot of the Turkish series A Completely Different Man was a young man who suffers from some personality disorder. A previously polite and sweet young man can at any moment turn into a rude person and spoil the mood of those around him, and not wanting it himself. Kenan was a journalist and well-known media personality. Prosecutor Layla, who came from Mush to Istanbul to visit her parents, immediately gets to work. She must understand the circumstances of the murder of a well-known businessman. Here she meets Kenan, and together, they will try to find the killer. The brutal murder of Hamdi Adalbey brings the paths of Kenan and Layla together. Kenan is a journalist who hunts for hot news, and Layla is a prosecutor investigating this murder. Investigating this case, young people constantly bump into each other. At first glance, they are drawn to each other. But something scares Layla. She doesn't trust the ambitious journalist everyone admires. She believes that he is completely different and hides important information. And to some extent it turns out to be right. This murder reveals the secrets of the past, changing the lives of Layla and Kenan. Hide Me, starring Uraz Kajlaroglu, Semra Basil, Asad Kalbek, Sene Gullah, Seda Duvenji. The protagonists of this drama, which is a stunning cocktail of passion. Young people meet, Uraz Kajlaroglu, and Naz, Asad Kalbek, who are the children of rich and influential families. Spoiled from childhood and used to getting everything they want out of life. They live in a world of family promises that become the starting point of their relationship. However, when Meet notices Insula, Jemra Basil, a charmingly beautiful maid, Naz, who has always been there for him since childhood, he begins to question the decisions he has made. Meet's return from abroad means that Naz will finally marry him. The idyllic anticipation of the wedding is replaced by the joy of both families, all its members, except Insula. She is the only person who can understand Naz and be a support in her life. The two have become interdependent on each other, but unfortunately they are both in love with the same man. And this love frightens Insula when she learns of the wedding. As much as Insula tries to be happy for Naz, the news of the marriage breaks her heart. However, life decides to test this trio much more than they anticipated. Insula and Meet's secret relationship will change the direction of the story Naz has painstakingly written for years. Meet is faced with a complex internal conflict as he does not want to disappoint his family, but nevertheless feels a strong attachment to Insula. This leads him to find his own path and true love, who may be there, but not as clearly as he is used to seeing with his fiancée Naz. Meet will have to re-evaluate his priorities, recognize his true feelings, and make his difficult choice. It's a decision that will turn his life upside down. Did you find this series interesting? Dirty Basket. Cast, Ika Bingal, Devrim Yakut, Serkay Tudiansiu. The series tells about the hard life of three women who clean the rich mansions of the prestigious district of Istanbul. This is a story that makes you cry and laugh. Coming to a strange house, they become witnesses of different scenes. Each family has its own secrets and intrigues. They are like dirty laundry baskets, they know and hide a lot, but only for the time being. Until the suicide of one of the housekeepers, who jumps out of the window of the villa where she works. Wish Stone. Actors, Salih Bademci, Hazal Sabashi, Ozan Dalyane, Özge Özberk. The Turkish TV series The Wishing Stone promises viewers an exciting journey through fate, love and tragedy. The modern world of cinema offers viewers unique opportunities to plunge into various worlds, experience the fate of heroes and experience joys and sorrows with them. The series begins with a wishing stone in Hagia Sophia. Ron's family, the wealthy and powerful Ozan Dalyane family, will play Kenan. The main character is a girl named Semra. Due to a tragic set of circumstances, she loses her parents and gains custody from relatives. Growing up, Semra goes through many hardships and quickly realizes that only she can manage her life and deal with the upheavals of her past.